Hello everyone and welcome back to my Mountain of Shame. Today we have the 2021 game by overpowered team Godstrike, which does have a very Hades-esque sort of art style to it, which is a nice start. However, just yoinking a good art style doesn't necessarily make you as good as that. One thing I'm noticing is I have no mouse, which is for a twin stick shooter not great. Hopefully it comes up when we actually start up here in general. We've got some separate volume sliders, some very simplistic options menu here. Controls, gamepad, no, keyboard. Okay, keyboard and mouse, so at least it is mouse. Even though it's not letting me control it through the bloody... Okay. I'm controlling the menu for some reason. Weird choice. This is but one of the stories of the survivors. Okay. Long time ago, way before when the seas flooded land. Beyond the winds blew the clouds. And before the mountains rose high above the sky. Come and get a narrator for this. Give us a nice narrator. A being with the power of 1,000 suns gives color to this world. It created life, eternal beauty, which had to be controlled. Thus its power was split into 7 herald masks. The duty was to find a living vessel who would channel their immense power. Each and all found their bearer. Except for one. Common folk worshipped them, offering them in exchange for peace. But they were tainted by power, and with it came greed. A war behind the carols began, a battle unbeknownst to living tribes. A herald of great power devoured many siblings in the battle. To combat the heralds, the tribes of Nora had no choice but to unite. Ooh, owl in the back. They sealed the rogue herald with an ancient temple, built upon timeless soils. A mystery corruption surging from the depths. Soil, vegetation, and people began to die. The tribes must once again unite. Okay, this is kind of a boring intro. All herded into the prophesied temple. Yeah. I discovered it was trapped, led by Captain One. You know what? I'm good. This is just not a good storyline. If they're not going to bother to bloody well read it out to me, I don't really care. Okay. Time is both life and currency. You can buy abilities here. Okay. This is your time. Okay. Harold's Step. Which apparently... Wait, what? I have to... Oh. Go to space then. Wait. Am I... Like souls use spells. Enemy attacks drain your attributes. When time becomes an end, you become vulnerable. Okay. Let's see. Trinity. 3 orbs get deployed at once. Okay. Well, that's still there. I didn't know you'd unequip me. Wait, what? We only just started and you just unequipped me? Why? Hi. Ow. Okay, so when it says bullet hell, it wasn't kidding. It's got some moves which are rather telegraphed and others which I'm having a harder time with. I mean, ow. This is just a tutorial, so it shouldn't be too hard, right? I know, thank you. It's still a tutorial though. But like, I'm sort of already feeling this is a fairly uninspired game. I mean, considering I only get like one attack on my spells like every so often. Wait, tutorial is spelt wrong as well. Now it could be because like, oh, it's tutorial. Like, it's like, yeah, okay, but like, why? This is just of questionable quality. Like the lack of a decent like soundscape as well is pretty damning. Like those lightning bolts are not making a big zap, you know? Like nothing I do is feeling really meaty or satisfying. Like that's something that Vampire Survivors does very well, for example. Not that this is clearly going for Vampire Survivals level, but it is definitely trying. Okay, I just died. My time is over. Okay, well, I think I got the idea now. I should be able to beat this boss, I hope, but like, it's just a big, slow boss. A very setup. I mean, the other thing is just interesting, right? Like, the health bars where they're layered up like that, but like, it looks like I've got only 2 left. But really, I've got 3 at least. Ah, because it's also the phase on the other side. Wait. It also, is there a second one there? So does that mean 6? No. I mean, the other thing is the enemy doesn't really like change much between this. Yeah, it takes a little bit, I guess, but like, I mean, this is just a quote-unquote tutorial boss, or tutorial boss. But alright, you shouldn't be so bitter. I don't know why. It's just driving. It's just pushing me the wrong way at the moment. Well, because I'm not a big fan of massive boss fights being the only part of a bullet hell. Like the boss fights are meant to be like, you know, the delicious cake, like delicious cream on top of a cake, you know, or it's like some like icing on top, like maybe a bit of. But this is really dragging me as like the prime thing so far seems to be this. To be fair, this is a fairly unique thing, making the he's not really making the boundaries, is he? He's already got the boundaries. He's made them. I hit him to heat up the rocks inside. The rocks go flying and fight me back. That's quite interesting. The way that I'm accidentally doing that, but I guess he is doing something, I guess. He did summon the rocks in the first place, for one, but he also summoned the lightning bolts. Yeah, well, we're almost out of time already, so once again, and the other thing is like the music. It's like every time it just goes boo, boo, boo. You know? As if like it's a big, like, whoa moment, you know? Okay, I'm at single death now at this point. So at this point, if I get hit one more time, I lose, right? Is that how this works? Because Yeah, there it goes. Uh, okay. Come on, I gotta get through at least the tutorial, surely. The problem is, at the moment, I really just have a very, and I mean very basic attack. A very underwhelming teleport. And if I get hit even once, I lose 30 seconds of my time limit. Like, I mean, it's combining things I really don't like, which is like boss fights being the primary focus of a game. Never been a fan of that. Two, like uninspired musical and sound scores. And three, like a really set of like uninteresting abilities to boot. I know this game is mixed and it has fairly low reviews, so I'm not really surprised by this. Maybe it gets better after tutorial. If there's a achievement for the tutorial, it'd be very interesting to see how many people actually got past tutorial. Maybe I'm just really bad at it, which, I mean, let's be honest, fair. I might be. I'm definitely not teleporting as much as I could. Mostly because the way it works is you've got to pick up the blue dot for exactly one teleport. You can't like stock up multiple teleports. Like, no. I use one teleport for every single blue dot I pick up. But like the blue dots are often like right next to him, and his ability to teleport is often like really not that exciting for the grand scheme of things. It's get me out of the way of certain attacks, but other times it's better just to run. Also, kind of notice I'm very much almost dead again. So let's try and be careful here if we can. So just not try and hit too many of these rocks at once. Get through them if we can. And if we can't, well, I mean, we will be able to, alright? Okay. Excuse me. Ow. Okay, please. I've only got 1 second left now into sudden death again. Okay. Excuse me. Okay, I'm now in sudden death for this last boss again, and there we go. You know what? I'm good. I'm actually quite good. Like, I am so good. You at least give me a different ability. In fact, did I even have that ball ability? I didn't even know if I had that ball ability when I was through. I need to check something for a second. Is there any tutorial? Is there any like achievements in this game? Yes, there is. 22 Steam achievements. I'm curious. How many people made it past the tutorial? The unskippable tutorial. Okay, 85% people. But then it dropped directly down to 60% for next tutorial. Next achievement. 52 for the next one. I don't know. It could just be me sucking. That's what people are saying. Bullet hell with non-existent music or anything to make the game more interesting. I agree with that. 10 boss battles. That's it for content that exists in the game. They make up for it by making it brutally difficult. Pretty much zero fun to be found in this game. Just shots that aren't fired from the center of your character, which makes the lining up shots feel odd. 3 out of 10. 10 boss fights. You last about 3 minutes each for $15. Not even $1 per boss fight. Tutorial is unbearable. Aiming is atrocious. Your dodge spell needs to be refilled by finding mana spits around the stage. It was annoying in around 20 minutes. I can't imagine playing the whole game. Yeah. Game would be so much fun if we could pass the tutorial. Ridiculous. Yeah, okay. So, I'm guessing that this is one that I'm just going to put on a shelf and never think of, look at, or in any way engage with ever again. Thank you for joining me. This has been my Mount of Shame. Goodbye.